Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to jump in here real quick, let you know this is my review of the new S-Line PD from Discmania. I just got it in the mail today. Wanted to get this review out there pretty much to where it's available just before, pretty much right around the time that the actual release happens. I apologize for some of the audio quality on the actual video because the wind is ripping so hard. It's really, really windy in some areas. So I'm going to attempt to do some voiceover on a couple parts of it where I've muted the track on there. So we'll be able to do that. And I can kind of let you guys know what's going on, what I'm thinking of, what I'm saying in those parts. And yeah, then we'll talk a little bit about it at the end. All right. All right, guys. So I'm here at my local park. Let the kids play with the dog and all that. I'm out here in the field. Got the brand new Discmania S-Line PD. I'm going to be giving it a toss. I've got some of the new C-Line plastic here to try it out against. I've got an old school Colton Montgomery Lone Howl 2, check it out against. And I have a Innova C-Line PD also that I can check it out against. So I'm excited. So far, just on the feel of it, so far it feels really grippy, but not super sticky or anything. It's just really, it's got a very nice tack to it with just enough smoothness there as well. It's pretty gummy. Like I can move it around pretty good, so I can dig my fingers into it real good, get a nice strong grip. Yeah, I love the feel of it. The rim feels a lot better, in my opinion, than the C-Line does. So I don't know if anything changed there, but yeah, I'm excited to throw this. So let's get to it. All right, so here, this is the S-Line PD. Starting with it, I have a right to left headwind coming in, pretty rough headwind. Actually, you can see it ripping my shirt right there, kind of thing. It's just pushing and it's gusting every now and then too. So, and that's hard to see. I don't have anybody to hold the camera for me or anything, but that disc just pushes basically dead straight. It was kind of low. It wasn't a very high shot. It's very low, but it's just dead straight. Nice, easy finish. So the next one I'm going with here, this is the Team Stamp Innova Run PD. This one right here, this is before Discmania left their partnership with Innova. So definitely a different flight pattern with this one as opposed to the new C-Lines or even the S-Line here. So got that one a little bit higher. As you can see there in the distance, it just kind of fades out. Pretty overstable finish on it. Really, it doesn't want to push very far. It still wants to really just get down to the ground. So still loving that S-Line PD so far. I really like a good push on an overstable disc like that. And my next one I'm going with here is my my Italian C-Line, Italian blend C-Line PD from when they made from their newer runs. Shortly after they switched over, this is one of the first ones they came out with. Not a first run, but it's one of the first stock runs of it. I've used this one the most out of any of them and stuff. It's the most beat in one that I have. So we'll see how it flies. And this is me pretty much explaining the exact same thing. Now, again, remember, I have a pretty stiff right to left headwind coming at me. It gets up to flat. I got a little bit of a hyzer flip out of it, but it's still, it just does not want to push forward. It just gets itself down to the ground as quick as it can. These things do not like to stay in the air too much, and that can be useful for a lot of shots, but for me personally, it's not my thing. I have plenty of discs that can do that, so I don't need my PDs to be doing that either. Also, I should say. My words have been weird lately. Leave me alone. So now, speaking of those first runs, this is a first run C-Line PD. These things are absolute meat hooks, and I'm pretty much explaining that same thing right here. Just that it's super overstable. It's an absolute beefcake of a disc. It just the wind does not exist to this disc. I mean, you could throw it as hard as you want in probably winds that are heavier or harder than DDO, and this thing's gonna act like a PD. It's just gonna go forward a little ways and get itself down to the ground. So you'll be able to see that here. This disc you can see a little bit better, I think. Yeah, you can see that one just going in the air, going, and down. Like, I'm trying to rip those discs a good bit, and I'm not even getting them 300 feet, to be honest with you. So, the S-Line, 300 plus all day, no problem. Easy distance, reliable fade. These C-Lines, man, it takes a lot to be able to throw them. And last but not least on this one right here, my Lone Howl 2 Colt Montgomery signature special S-Blend PD. I like the feel of this one. Honestly, it's a good PD. It gets a little bit more glide, and I mean just a little bit more, than the C-Lines that I've come across. Still got a really great feel in the hand. The old S-Line plastic was amazing in the hand as well. I have a few of those. The new S-Line, in my opinion, feels way better. Again, as you see, you can see it come back into the frame right there. It pushes a good little bit, but it doesn't want to glide. I like a little bit of glide because I like to be able to tone down on my discs if I want to give me that overstable dump out if I want it. Or if I want to rip on something and then I got a headwind or something. I got a long straight shot that's got a hard dog leg right. I'm lefty, as you can see in the video there and stuff. So I mean, that's where I would want something overstable like the PD, but something that's gonna push forward. So yeah. So I apologize for the wind. I don't know what it's doing to the microphone. I'm no pro. I'm not exactly the most consistent thrower. Y'all can see that first one was pretty low on there of that new S-Line, but it still pushed very straight. I wish I had my Nordic Phenom still. I lost it. I have no idea where. Nobody's ever hit me up about it. I think I have my info on it. I hope so. But anyways, it pushes very straight, just like that Nordic Phenom. That's why I love it so much. And you still have that dependable hyzer fade out on it. All the rest of them here, though, the C-Lines especially, they're just so beefy. They're definitely ones that you can trust in the wind. You guys can hear that wind roaring right now. So I apologize for the audio quality, and if I'm yelling, it's because I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. But like I said, this one, the most beefy out of them, from what I could tell. My team stamp one here, that one was nice. You know, it's kind of straight, but it's not as straight as I want. Even the Lone Howl 2 here, it doesn't give me that push that I'm looking for out of my PD. That's really what I want. Because I know at a lower speed, if I throw it a little bit slower, I'm gonna get that really overstable type of flight. But you add that power to it, and that's when you can get that push, that 320 foot push on it, and then it'll start to fade out, and you don't have to worry about it flipping over or anything like that. So I'm gonna do one more round of these each, and then probably talk about them a little bit more. I'll measure the distances on these last throws here, and we'll see what we got. Hopefully I can get the S-Line up in the air, not in the ground this time. This here is just my second round go through with these discs, backhand again. Trying to get the PD a little bit higher as well, as I said earlier on in the video. So yeah, just trying to get a better shot, better release with it. I definitely get down with that one. I got it higher. A little bit of a grip lock on it, but it fought out amazingly. Like, it turned over. I grip locked it so hard that it actually kind of released on a bit of anhyzer, and it drifted left, but never flipped all the way over to almost like a roller or anything. It fought that headwind right back, no problem. It was super easy for it to do that, and just reliably again, like a PD should be. You know, it came back to the right for me. So it was really awesome. And here we got the team stamp, end of a run Discmania again, PD. Really trying to rip it out there. I'm trying to get them out a little bit flat, if not a little bit of Annie, especially on the C lines. But that one I got a little straighter. You can see it fade kind of more to the left side of me, as opposed to coming across the middle of the screen like it was a minute ago. And then my new C-Line PD, I get that one out pretty straight. I got a little high though, so I can kind of understand why it stalled. But it's still, it just kind of dumps out in the middle there. And this is that first run, super beefcake. If you can find one of these and somebody's not asking an arm and a leg for them, and you like those absolute meat hooks, like tilt level meat hooks, okay, maybe not tilt level, okay, but they're pretty bad. Good, however you want to put it. They are beefy. Find you a first run PD if you're looking for something like that, because they will not disappoint. Then here's that Lone Howl 2. I should have pulled out my Lone Howl 3, honestly, and compared it, but the one that I have in my bag is pretty beat in already. That Lone Howl 2 right there, it semi flipped up a little bit. My Lone Howl 3 in my bag, I've used it so much already that I actually threw it on hyzer in a headwind and it flipped over and just went left. So I think it was a little too flippy for this this little review here, test thing. Comparison, that's what I'm looking for. Don't at me. Don't judge me. So that's my review of the S-Line PD from Discmania on their new, they call it their 5-star blend. I would definitely, highly recommend this disc. If you like Discmania, if you like 10-speed overstable discs, man, this right here is a must. It's not too wide of a rim. It's very comfortable in the hand. It fits so well. The little the notch of my finger right there where it bends fits just perfect on that rim for a power grip. You can fan grip it comfortably. It's great for sidearms as well. So yeah, I would just definitely highly recommend this disc. Want to throw out there as a little caveat, by the way. I know in the video I said about measuring distance. I said that and then realized I forgot my rangefinder in my truck. We took my wife's car to the park so that we could take all the kids and stuff like that in there. So yeah, I don't have any distances on there for you guys. Sorry, but I did measure it out with my measuring wheel. I did manage to bring that, and I measured out to 300 feet exactly, and I was throwing well over that, probably about 350 or so with this. This almost outdrove my Cloudbreaker today. So yeah, super great disc. S-Line is very durable plastic. I can't wait to see how durable this one is. Typically, it's very durable. I've got a few S-Lines in my bag right now of the old Innova molds and things that are still holding up extremely well. Feels amazing in the hand. Flies amazing even in the stiff headwind conditions out there. I could just imagine how this would be in calm conditions. What you'd be able to pull off with this. Panning turnovers. Dead straight flat shots for 300 plus feet before it fades out, etc. I mean, this definitely has a use for all skill levels, in my opinion, and it's a good disc to work up to. So, go get you guys one for sure. I've already got my local shop helping me out getting a DD3 and an FD once they drop and everything. So, I'm going to go pick those up on Friday, and I can't wait to test those out as well. FD is one of my favorite molds. I have 12 of them right now in different molds and stabilities. So, such an amazing disc. So, with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well for more disc golf content. I may end up doing more music stuff later. I've been finding some cool music lately and stuff. Just hadn't really gotten the mood to do a music. So yeah, but stay tuned for the future content and everything, and catch you guys in the next one. Later. Get one.